Welcome back to my channel, fellow creators. This one is for you. So YouTube and Google have decided that they are going to be taxing creators living outside of the United States of America. So if you are a creator living outside of the United States of America, you will now be taxed based on how your videos are viewed within the United States of America. All right. Today, I got an email from YouTube and it reads in short, "We're reaching out because Google will be required to deduct U.S. taxes from payments to creators outside of the U.S. later this year, as early as June 2021. Over the next few weeks, we'll be asking you to submit your tax info in AdSense to determine the correct amount of taxes to deduct, if any apply. If your tax info isn't provided by May 31, 2021, Google will be required to deduct up to 24% of your total earnings worldwide." So, if this information is not submitted, then they will be deducting 24% of our earnings worldwide. While if we submit this information, they will only deduct from views within the United States of America. So it's very, very important that this information is submitted. Now, some countries have what you call a tax treaty with the United States of America. You can just go on Google and find out if your country has a tax treaty with the United States of America. And it may make you eligible for not getting any deductions at all. So all you have to do is go into AdSense. And when you go into your AdSense account, it should be right there saying manage tax info. All right. Now it will state that this is the United States tax info, and it will ask if you are an individual or an entity. So if you're an individual, do you have an individual account or a business account? It will then ask if you are a resident of the United States. And of course, you will select no because this is for non-residents. It will give you two options to select the W-8 tax form type. For those of you where your country has a treaty with the United States, you will select the first option. If your country does not have a treaty, then you will select the second option. I don't know where it goes from there because my country has a treaty. Your name will be there, and then you'll be asked to tell the country that you are from. All right. So after you select the first option to say that your country has a treaty, it then will ask you the country of your citizenship. It will also ask you for your TIN, that's your taxpayer identification number. Now that number is the number from your country. That is your tax registration number or your social security or whatever it is based on the country that you are from. In Jamaica, it is your TRN number. So you'll be required to fill in your TRN number, and then you will also be required to fill in your address. All right. So you put in your address, and if you are in Jamaica, you put in your address, your city, your state, and your state would be your parish. Right. And then, well, I'm blocking all of this out, my personal information, as you can see. All right. It will then take you to step 3, where it will ask if you are claiming a reduced rate of withholding under a tax treaty. And for that, you will select yes. All right. So if your country has a treaty, you will select yes. You are claiming a reduced rate of withholding under a tax treaty. It is then going to ask you what country you are a resident of, or the residents of country claiming treaty with the U.S. And again, you will select whatever country it is that you are from. You will then have 3 options to select from. All right. So it will say you may be exempt or have taxes withheld at a reduced rate on certain income types earned within the U.S. These reduced rates and exemptions may vary among countries and specific income types. And you'll have 3 options there. It said services, AdSense, motion, picture, and TV, YouTube, Google Play, other is copyright, YouTube, Google Play. Well, for me, I select service Adsense. All right. So I don't know for you what your options may be, but for me, it is services Adsense. And it then tells you that as a tax resident of the country identified, the individual identified in this may be exempt from certain taxes. There's that part up the top there that I did not know that I was to click on. So it says article and paragraph, and as soon as you select it, it will give you the option of the article. And for me, it says article 7 paragraph 1, and for withholding rate, I selected 0%. I mean, why not? I would like to get 0% deduction. So that is what I selected. It is then going to give you the form. The form is going to be shown with all of your information that you put in, that you have submitted. It is going to be on the form just for you to, I guess, just to check to make sure that the information is correct. So there will be a tax form there with your name and your address and your taxpayer registration number that you entered. And then it is going to give your certification, the same information that you put into, that you submitted to them. They will now be asking you to verify it by signing your signature, and that is by putting your full legal name there on the line to show that you agree to everything and to say that yes, this information that I have submitted is correct, is true, and all of that. And it's pretty easy. It then asks if you are the person who is signing this form. Are you the person? Are you doing it for somebody or whatever? And it will also ask, as the individual or entity identified in the tax identity section, perform any activities that has to do with Google within the United States of America. Well, for me, it's a no, and so I selected a no. I have not. And you must know if you have or if you plan to do so in the future. Are you providing tax info for a new existing payment profile that hasn't received payments, or an existing one? And I'm providing information for one that has not received any payments as yet. I was just recently monetized, and so I have not received any payments as yet. And that is what you do to complete your tax form. It is really, really a simple and easy process. And if you know if your country has a tax treaty, then it will be so much better for you. It will then tell you that your status is approved, if it is approved, and that you have claimed 0%. And you will get an email to say your tax information has been approved. If there are no other holds on your account and your balance is above any minimum payment threshold that may apply, you will be paid on a timely basis and the right taxes will be withheld if applicable. You can view or confirm your tax information on Google Payments Center. And if you view tax info, it's just going to take you back to the section where it tells you that you have been approved and that your tax deduction that you have entered for is waiting to be approved, right? Your claim is waiting to be approved. And that is pretty much it. So thank you guys. I hope I was helpful. Thank you very much. And please remember to like, subscribe. All right.
She draw closer to me.